Hi, I'm Erin Edwards. I'm here with Anthony Marcotti, founder, owner, creator of Kandui Resorts in Indonesia. We're here in California to talk a little bit more about how that all came about. So you started off as a fifth grade teacher. How did you decide to get out of that, and how was teaching?
I started off as a teacher, as you know, like just to have the summers off and to be able to go surfing as much as possible. And that started into traveling during the summer. So first year I taught, I basically went to Indonesia for 2 months. Went to Bali first, and wasn't really into Bali because it was a lot of work to go surfing, and almost just came home early and skipped my boat trip to the Mentawais because I was homesick, and I was eventually, I told my friends that were coming that I was thinking about skipping out on them, but they said, they didn't let me do that. We went on the trip, and I was just like overwhelmed, and it's just like it's such a pretty place. The Mentawi Islands are like one of the surfing wonders of the world, and from there I was hooked. And so I went to Indonesia, and we got on the boat trip. We were there like 18 days that first trip, and from there I was just completely hooked, and I wanted to just keep going back. And so I came home, and we told all of our friends how great it was. Set up another trip the next year, and then did the same thing. And then the third year I went, I met a guy named Jordan, and he was building a boat over there. After my third trip, I told this guy, I said, let me design a website for you, and like maybe we could get a few other boats and like start a little company. And he was into it. So I came on board, and we finished the boat together, and that became my first company with him. It was called Sarana Co-op Mentawi. We got about 6 boats on the website, and it was really popular. And I think those early days, people really appreciate a lot of information. The other boats or other companies didn't want you to talk about like descriptions of waves and things like that. But my whole philosophy has always been people want to know exactly what to expect. But we had a really good run of years, and then the local government told us, well, if you want to have these boats, you can have 6 in your company, and then you've got to develop some sort of resort as well. And that's just kind of like where Kandui Resort sprung from. It was not out of necessity at all. It was more out of, we thought that we had to do something like that.
So going from a stable job such as teaching, and then going into this unknown, was there a big risk that you took?
Anytime that you have a profession and you want to get into something new, you've got this gap, and it's a big leap of faith. For 3 solid years, I did both, and I would teach, and at the same time I was answering questions and setting up trips, and the Mentawi trips were doing really well. At the same time, it was exhausting, and I wanted to just be able to like do the trips full time. Obviously, it just happened. I had to make a decision, and the first like couple years I did that. Like I was living like relying on friends for help and things like that, because it's like having a business in such a volatile place it's scary, and like any little thing that happens in the world like affects your business. We got Kandui going. That was in 2004. I quit teaching in 2006. We started Kandui Resort, and that's also pretty much the same year I started like doing full-time the Indy Trader boats, and since then it's been pretty good, and I'm happy to say that I've been able to set up a lot of really cool trips with a lot of really cool people. It's really fun to like send people out to Indonesia and let them surf like the best waves of their lives.